The fact that we choose to live here and know that our costs are much higher as a result, you know, you have to stretch an income just so far.
A lot of wind, and in the wintertime it's cold. You know, we've had a minus 63 wind chill at our house, has been the coldest we've had.
Many homes on Vinalhaven have no insulation in the walls. Many times it's easy to know what to do. The problem, of course, is to pay for it.
You know, whether or not you're low income, moderate income, high income on the island, everybody's facing high energy costs, which is a pretty significant challenge. Efficiency Maine, really, this is what made this project possible. They have a new rebate program called Residential Direct Installation, or RDI, and that's really what's helping to make this feasible from an economic standpoint. And then what we really needed to do was to have a certified energy advisor who would be willing to go out to Vinalhaven and stay there for a week, and that was what we found in Home Energy Answers. With the logistics all set in place, we were able to basically hit the ground running. When Keith from Home Energy Answers arrived on Monday, he had a week's worth of work set up for him. So he would do 2 homes a day, basically going in, doing the audit in each home, looking for the problem areas, and then working with his partner to do the basic air sealing and insulation work that needed to get done.
Well, we always start with an infrared scan if we can. And today we were able to, because we got here early enough, it was still cold enough, and we could see that there was some sort of an insulation issue on the 2nd floor. The next step is to do the efficiency testing on the boiler, making sure that we don't have combustible gases spilling into the house, making sure that it's safe to do any work. And then we turn on the blower door and we do a check to see where the air flow is in the house. So we're looking for insulation issues, potential airflow issues, kind of like little PIs of the energy world, and we're trying to figure out what's going on, why is it doing that. And then when we kind of come up with a shop list of the things that we think we can get accomplished in within a half a day, and also a list of things that make sense for the homeowners to do afterwards. We typically will see a 25% drop in the airflow through the house in the half a day that we're here, which will result in somewhere around 15% of their energy bill. And then if they do the other things that we recommend, it can be significantly more than that. Well, KK had already had the basement spray foamed, but the window right here, these wires had been added, and there was a big gap in the actual window itself. So
towards the end of the week, we had an open house at Marjorie Stratton's house to be able to show off some of the work that was done and kind of come together as a community to learn about the impact of Weatherization Week.
Yeah, on the other side of that wall is another foundation that's underneath your kitchen. And that's what we're talking about, where it goes through that first, then it takes an elbow and comes into here.
So we did 8 homes, cost the homeowner $200, and it serves an educational purpose, because the more you know about what you need to do increases the possibility and probability of you doing it. And one of the goals of the Energy Club is to have people live as comfortably as they're used to living and being able to afford those changes.
Basement window itself.
I think what it's going to do is it's going to promote people to do more. You know, an auditor is just a scientist. He's a guy who comes in and he waves a magic wand, and all of a sudden there's a report that shows up, and oh wow, look at all these savings. But then when you actually do some of the work and that you cut down on their airflow and you can have people feel the difference, now all of a sudden they become engaged. Now all of a sudden you see people's eyes light up, and I call it they get the bug. All of a sudden they decide that they really want to do something about changing their energy costs.
So I think just getting word around and how much you think you might save in your energy bill, I think people would be really quite excited about that.
The Energy Club has just announced that they want to host a second Weatherization Week this fall, and an ad went into the local newspaper, and we heard that basically almost all of the spots were filled within just a few hours. So I think we're really I think the Energy Club is onto something here, and we'll probably see more of this work in the future.
I think that this is a good start to helping not just our community, but I think, you know, we want to repair the world. There's or at least try. there.